Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we will start Unit 9, inshallah. It is about areas and volumes. Areas of triangle and also the volume of the sphere, area of the sphere. Today we will do 9.1 Pythagoras theorem and also the hero's formula 9.2. Thousands of years ago, the Egyptians used a very strange method to measure their land after flood in River Nile. They used a rope or a chain making a triangle having the sides ratio 3, 4 and 5. The famous Greek mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras observed a strange method in the 6th century and tried to explain. At last, it was able to find a relationship between the length of the sides of the triangle, which were incidentally right angle triangle. The relationship is known as Pythagoras theorem. It is of fundamental importance in geometry and trigonometry nowadays. Pythagoras was a Greek mathematician, and what he did, he invented the relationship between the right angle triangle, between the sides of the right angle triangle, and that relation is called the Pythagoras theorem. And nowadays in our geometry and trigonometry, we use this relation to find the unknown elements of the triangle. And the ratio in between the sides of the right angle triangle is 3:4:5. Now, what is Pythagoras theorem? In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of lengths of other two sides. Everyone know that a triangle, how many sides have a triangle? 3 sides. So one side is perpendicular, one is hypotenuse and the other is base. Perpendicular means the angle of the 90-degree or the vertical line. Hypotenuse means the slanting height or the slide in the triangle. And base, definitely you know in every triangle there is a base. So according to the statement of the Pythagoras theorem, when we convert it into the formula, it becomes hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. In our book also one word is used instead of perpendicular, which is altitude. Both have the same meaning, altitude and the perpendicular. And you see in the diagram A, B and C, angle C is a right angle because on point C there is an angle of 90 degree. So AC, the side AC is perpendicular because there is an angle of 90 degree. BC is the base because on BC we construct the angle of 90 degree. That's why this is called base. And AB, you see this is a, what is the shape of this? This is the shape of slide. So that's why this is called hypotenuse. And when we show the vertices of the triangle with the capital letter, then the opposite side of that capital letter will be used with the small one. Like the opposite side of A, vertex A will be the small a, the vertex B will be the small b, and the vertex C will be the small c. So according to the diagram, small c represent the hypotenuse, A represent the base, and B represent the perpendicular or altitude. So C square is equal to A square plus B square. This is the relation between the sides of the triangle, which is called the Pythagoras theorem. The hypotenuse of the right triangle is opposite side of the right angle. The opposite side of the right angle is called the hypotenuse. The adjacent side is called the base, and the vertical side of the triangle is called perpendicular. Yes, now exercise 9.1. Question 1, and how many parts are there? 6 parts are there. All the exercise is included. 9 questions are there and all the questions included in our scheme. Question 1 is in the right angle triangle, measure in centimeter of 2. The sides are indicated in the figure. Find the value of x in each case. In all the all the diagram you see right angle triangle is given, but in some triangle hypotenuse is missing, base is missing, or perpendicular is missing. So according to the unknown values, we apply the formula. We have only one formula: hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. We will put the values in that relation and we find the unknown one. The first part you see that 5, 12 and x. 5 is the base, 12 is the perpendicular and x is the hypotenuse. It means that hypotenuse is missing, base is given and perpendicular is given to us. First we write the data of the question and then we apply the formula, and at the end, the last step, you will do the solution of it. Perpendicular 12, base is 5, hypotenuse is unknown. We put the formula, we write the formula: hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Substituting the values, x square is equal to 5 square plus 12 square. 24 plus 144 is 169. 25 plus 144 is 169. After taking the square root, you see that the value of the x is equal to 13 centimeter. We cannot write here minus, as you know that when we take the square root, we always put positive and negative sign in the answer. According to that rule, our answer must be x is equal to plus minus 13. But the length never be negative, so that's why we put only the positive sign here. X is equal to 13 centimeter. Hypotenuse become 13 centimeter. Same you will do all the parts of question 1, because on the same pattern only you calculate the unknown values. As come to question 2. In an isosceles right angle triangle. Which triangle is isosceles triangle? In which the two sides of the triangles are equal, but in the right angle triangle, the isosceles sides will be which side? Base and perpendicular. Because hypotenuse in all the triangles, in all the right angle triangles, hypotenuse will always be greater than the other two sides. Because it is equal, each square is equal to the sum of the square of other two sides. So definitely the hypotenuse will always be the longest side of the right angle triangle. In isosceles triangle, isosceles mean two sides will be equal, which is base and perpendicular. The square of the hypotenuse is 98 centimeters square. Now keep it in your mind that already the square of the hypotenuse is given. So no need to take the square of the hypotenuse when you are solving this question. Find the length of the congruent side. Congruent mean equal side. I told you that isosceles mean in which two sides are equal. Congruent and equal, they both have the same meaning. So base and perpendicular will be equal in this question, in this triangle. According to the data, hypotenuse square is equal to 98 centimeter, base is x, and perpendicular is also x, because the triangle is an isosceles right angle triangle. Apply here the formula: hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Instead of formula, it will be good if you write here by using Pythagoras theorem. But in every question, you must write the Pythagoras theorem and then you will put the value in it. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. In the question, already the hypotenuse square is given and you see that I didn't take the square of 98 because hypotenuse square is already 98. Base and perpendicular, they both are same side, so that's why instead of them we write x and x. X square plus x square, 2x square. We divide 98 with 2, x square is 49, and after taking the square root of it, the side is x is equal to 7 centimeter. It means that base as well as the perpendicular, they both are 7 centimeter. Is it clear? Come to question 3. A ladder 10-meter long is made to rest against a wall. You know that what is the shape of the ladder when we put it against the wall? It is the shape of the hypotenuse. It means that in the question, which thing is given? Hypotenuse is given to us 10 meter. Its lower end touches the ground at the distance of 6 meter from the wall. Wall and the lower end. Lower end will be the base. Base and wall. The distance between this is 6 meter. It means that they give us the base of the triangle, which is 6 meter. At what height above the ground, the upper end of the ladder? It means that here we discuss about the perpendicular. In each question, the diagram is must. So you will draw the diagram with each question and each part of the question. Hypotenuse is 10 and base is 6. Hypotenuse perpendicular is unknown. Again, we apply the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So instead of hypotenuse, we write there 10, and against base, we write here 6, and perpendicular is h. After putting the values and calculation, we see that the height of the ladder is, height of the wall is 8 meter. H is equal to 8 meter. Question 4 is same. In the triangle ABC, right triangle is at point C. You will draw the diagram, and they mention that point C will be the right angle triangle. So when you label the diagram, you must put C at the 90-degree angle. BC is given, AC is given, and you will calculate the length of AB. When you draw the diagram, you see that what is AB. AB is base or perpendicular or height, and you will calculate that. We have done question 2 and 3. You will do question 4 by yourself. Question 5. In the given figure, prove that. Now one triangle is given, and this is the shape of the oblique triangles. Oblique triangles are those triangles which are not right angle triangle. Acute or obtuse angle triangles are called oblique triangles. In this, oblique triangle is given, and they divide the vertical, they divide the angle O in two parts, and these oblique triangles now convert into two right angle triangles. This oblique triangle divide into two right angle triangles, which is OBD and OAD. And the condition is given to us that we will prove that a square minus x square is equal to b square minus y square. They already labeled the diagram with the variables. OB is A, OD is C, OA is B, OD is X, and DA is Y. So first we solve the first right angle triangle, which is OBD. According to the OBD, base is X, perpendicular is C, and hypotenuse is A. Apply here the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So A square is equal to X square plus C square. Because C is common, you see that C is common in both the triangles. So we calculate the value of C over here. We shift X to the other side. C square is equal to A square minus X square. This is equation 1 or expression 1, not expression, this is equation 1. Now come to the other right triangle, which is ODA. And you see that in ODA, again perpendicular is C, hypotenuse is B, and the base is Y. Apply here the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse is b square base is y square, and perpendicular is c square. So again that I told you that C is common in both the triangles. So we calculate the value of C. In this also we find the value of C, which is B square minus Y square. Now we have two equations in the form of C square. The first one is C square is equal to A square minus X square, and the other one is B square minus Y square. We compare these two equations and you see that a square minus x square is equal to b square minus y square, which is our required answer. Is it clear to you? D is not mentioned in the diagram, but we must write D here because already this triangle convert into two right angle triangles. So you write D here by yourself. Question number 6 is your homework. For this, you will read the statement, draw the diagram, and you see that which element is unknown of the right angle triangle, either hypotenuse or base or perpendicular. Question number 7, there are three parts of question 7. A, B, C are the lengths of the side of the triangle. Then tell which of the following triangle are not right angle triangles. Any of angle A, B, and C may be a right angle. It's up to you. When you draw the triangle, it's up to you. You can write A as a right angle or B or C. In any vertex, you can draw the angle of 90 degree. Then the three parts are given. You will prove that they satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. When you change the angle of the right A, B or C, then according to this your hypotenuse, base and perpendicular will be changed. In my diagram, I take B as a right angle triangle, as a right angle. So according to this, hypotenuse is B, base is C and perpendicular is A. The second part, I done second part for you, which is A 8, B 9 and C is equal to under root 145. According to my diagram, because I take B as a right angle, perpendicular is hypotenuse is B, it means that 9 is hypotenuse, A is perpendicular and C is base. I put the values in the formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. After the calculation, you see that one side is 81 and the other side become 209. 81 and 209, they both are not equal. It means that this is not the right angle triangle. If both sides become equal, it means that it is a right angle triangle. So you will try both parts of question 7 by yourself. Yes, question number 8. In a right triangle ABC with hypotenuse C and the side A and B, find the unknown length. They didn't draw here the diagram, but you must draw the diagram with each part. They mention you the hypotenuse is C. It means that angle C will be the right angle in this question. And according to this, we see that which side is base, which is perpendicular. For all the parts, the perpendicular, base and hypotenuse will be same. Part number 1, A is 60 centimeters, C is 61 and B is unknown. Already given that C is 61, C is hypotenuse, so hypotenuse is given 61 centimeter. A is the base which is given 60 and B is unknown. It means that perpendicular is unknown. Apply the formula here. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. After putting the value, we will get the value of B, which is 11 centimeter. All the questions and all the parts are same because only we apply here Pythagoras theorem. In some parts, I told you in the beginning that sometime base is unknown, sometime perpendicular is unknown, and sometime hypotenuse. Otherwise, the formula, the method will be same for all the questions. Only according to the statement, you will draw the diagram and calculate the unknown numbers. Same part 2. A is given 5 by 12, C is 13 by 12. The same that we have done part 1, B is unknown. It means that you will calculate perpendicular, already hypotenuse, and the base is given to you. You will take the square of these two terms, perpendicular and hypotenuse, base and hypotenuse, subtract them, and after taking the square, you will get the value of the perpendicular, which is B, and the answer is 1 centimeter. Part 3, also B is unknown. B is unknown mean which thing is unknown? Again, perpendicular is unknown. Base and hypotenuse is given to you. You will apply here the formula hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. After calculating them, we subtract base from the hypotenuse square, taking the square root, we get the value of the perpendicular, which is again 1 meter. In this question, this is in this and part 2, they both have the same answer, 1 meter. Part 4 is your homework. You will do it by yourself. I did part 5 and 6 for you. Now part 5, B and A is given, C is unknown. It means that now hypotenuse is unknown, base and perpendicular is given to us. Again, we apply the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. When you putting the value, add both base, the square of the base and the perpendicular, take the square root. At the end, we see that the value of the hypotenuse is 10 under root 2 decimeter. In part 6, hypotenuse and perpendicular is given, base is unknown. No change in the formula will be same for you. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Substitute the value in the formula and we calculate the base after subtracting perpendicular from the hypotenuse square, and you see that you get A is equal to 5 under root 5 decimeter. This is the value of the base. The last question of this exercise, which is question 9, and you see that they draw here the front of one house, and this is the shape of the equilateral triangle, I mean oblique triangle, or equilateral triangle means all the sides of the triangle will be same. And here they also draw a perpendicular in between them which divide the base into two equal parts. The whole base is given 10 meter. When we divide it into two equal parts, it means that one part will be 5 meter and the other part will also be of 5 meter. You see on the screen here I mentioned the vertices of the triangle. I label the diagram A, B, C and D. T is the right angle triangle, the perpendicular which already drawn in the figure. It means that AD is equal to DB and both the values have, both the sides have the length of 5 meter. Hypotenuse is, I mean the AC is B and BC is A. Definitely DC will be H. So we will calculate the height of the house. So apply the Pythagoras theorem over here because we convert this oblique triangle into two right angle triangles. Given that ABC is an equilateral triangle, so according to the definition, AB, BC, and CA, all three sides are equal. D is the midpoint of AB that I told you in the beginning of this question. So AD is equal to DB and each side will be equal to 5 meter. We represent C at CD with H height of the house and this is unknown, we calculated. According to the diagram, height is perpendicular. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. By substituting the value over here, we have only the numerical value of the base. Base is given 5. By mistake, I write here hypotenuse. Base is given 5 because hypotenuse is b square. So we write here b square is equal to base is 5, 5 square plus perpendicular is h. So b square is equal to 25 plus h square. When we calculate it, h square is equal to b square minus 25 meter square, and after taking the square root, h is equal to b square minus 25 meter square. Again, I am repeating you that when you are putting the value in the formula, by mistake I write here hypotenuse 5. Hypotenuse is b and the base is 5. So you will interchange the values of b square and 25. Here we finish this exercise 9.1, and now we come to the hero's formula. Hero's formula, this is also a Greek mathematician as well as a Pythagoras. He adopted a method to find the area of the triangular region. In the previous only we calculate the values of unknown element, unknown side of the right angle triangle, and in this we will calculate the area of the triangular region, and all the triangles will be the shape of oblique triangles, maybe acute angle triangle or obtuse or acute angle triangle. And definitely three sides of the triangle have the three sides. I mentioned here the vertices, and according to that, the sides, the vertex A, the opposite side of that is A, B is B, and the opposite side of C is C. The hero formula is S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and S is actually the half of the perimeter of the triangle. So the value of the S will be A plus B plus C over 2. Perimeter mean that I told you calculate the walls of your classroom. So what you will do, how many walls are there? 4. And this is called the boundary of the room, or any figure is called the perimeter of that diagram or that figure. So the perimeter of the triangle have three sides, A, B and C. So we add them and we divide it by 2, because I told you that S is the half perimeter of the triangle. According to this, S is equal to A plus B plus C by 2, we can generate here the values of C, B and A, which is equal to 2S minus A minus B. B is equal to 2S minus A minus C, and A is equal to 2S minus B minus C. If in the question S and A, B is given and C is unknown, you will apply this formula and you can calculate C easily. Hero was a famous Greek mathematician. He adopted a method to find the area of the triangular region when the length of all the three sides are given to us. Yes, now come to the exercise. Exercise 9.2. There are 4 questions. Question 2, 1 and 2 part is included. Question 3, first 2 part included. Question 4, first 2 parts are included in this exercise. Exercise have 5 questions, but we will do 2, 3 and 4 only with 2 parts, because in all the question only one formula we apply. S is equal to S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. You see there, I write a small triangular sign with ABC. This mentioned the area of the triangle. This small triangle is called the area of the triangle, and also we said it delta, del ABC. So three sides are given. They don't mention that which one is A and which is B, which is C. You can take A is 13, B is 14, and C is 15. First, we calculate S. The formula of S is what? A plus B plus C by 2. You add these three sides, you divide it by 2, and you will get the value of S, which is 21. Now, according to the formula, we need S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. From every time you will subtract A from S, then subtract B from S, then subtract C from S. 21 into 21 minus 13, 21 minus 14, 21 minus 15. After the calculating the square, the multiplication, the square root, we see that the area of the triangle become 84 centimeter square, because the unit of the triangle is, the unit of the square is centimeter square. Yes, come to the next part of this question. 5, 12 and 13. This is also same. A is 5, B is 12, C is 13. You will calculate S. After finding S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and we put in the Hairo's formula, which is S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C under the root. After putting the value, multiplication, taking square root, we see that the area of the given triangular region is 30 centimeters square. In question 3, you see that A, B and S is given. Two parts, part 1 and 2 is included in our scheme, and in both parts C is missing. If any element is missing, we cannot calculate the area of the triangle. First, we find all the sides, all the elements of the triangle, and then we calculate the area of the unknown triangle. In part 1, A, B, and S is given, C is missing, and then also the area of the triangle. In the beginning, I saw you the screen where you see the formula of C, which is equal to 2S minus A minus B. As A and B is already given, only you will put the values in the formula and you will get the value of C, which becomes 6 meter. Now we calculate the area of the triangle S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. All the values are already given, A, B and S. Only we calculate C. The value of C becomes 6. When we put the values in the formula, the area of the triangular region becomes 14.70 meters square. Girls, these all questions are same, so that's why I'm doing all the parts for you, and I'm telling you very quickly with the formula. I'm only repeating the formula. The method will be same, and you know that how you will put the values in the formula. In the next part, same C is missing the value of C. How we come to know that we calculate the value of C. The formula is 2S minus A minus B. A, B and S already given. Only you put the values over there. Get the value of C, which become again 6 centimeter, and you will put in the formula at the end the triangular region area is 24 meters square. Question 4 is little bit different from these two questions because in this quadrilateral is given, but you see that they draw the diagonal of the quadrilateral and they divide the whole quadrilateral into two triangular parts. It means that first we calculate one triangle, then we calculate the area of the other triangle, and at the end we add both the area of the triangles, and then we can get the area of the quadrilateral. A, B, C, D, the four sides of the quadrilateral, and how many sides are given there? 5. A, B, C, D, and one diagonal, which is E. First two parts included A, B, C, D, and E. You see that 5 elements are given to you in the question. First, we calculate the first triangle, the area of the first triangle, the triangle ABC. And you see that in the ABC, I also divide this quadrilateral into two triangles for your convenience because you see easily the sides and you come to know that how you calculate it. ABC, A, B, and E. The first triangle ABC, and in ABC, which sides are given? A, B, and E. Now, in your question, only you will put the value, you will take the values of A, B, and E. No need the values of C and D. Only we need A, B, and E. We use these three sides to calculate S, which is A plus B plus E by 2. After calculating S, you write S formula will be like this: S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus E. Because we are using here the side E, so that's why instead of S, you will write here E. When we are putting the values in the formula after getting the area of the triangle, 36 under root 10. Now is the turn of the other triangle, which is ACD. And you see clearly in the diagram that which three sides are there: C, D, and E. In the first we use AB, and now we use CD. E is common in both the triangle because E is the diagonal. So that's why E will be common in both the triangles. Yes, triangle ACD, E, C, and D. According to our formula, S is equal to C plus D plus E by 2. Okay, instead of A and B, you will write there CD because in the diagram these sides are given. So that's why we replace A and B with CD. C plus D plus E by 2. After calculating the S, we find S minus D, S minus E, S minus C. Putting the values, you see that the area becomes 6 under root 609. Now, the last step, we calculate the area of the quadrilateral. In this, you add both the areas of the triangle. The first area of the triangle was 36 under root 10 and the other area of the triangle become 6 under root 609. After adding them, we see that the area of the whole quadrilateral ABCD is 261.84, and then you will add both the area of the triangle and we get the area of the quadrilateral, which is 261.84 centimeters square. Same the second part, no change in it, only the values of the A, B, C, D, E is changed here. First we take the triangle ABC and then triangle ABC, which sides are included? A, B and E. Same you calculate S. S is equal to A plus B plus E by 2. Instead of C we write here E. E by 2 after calculating S we find S minus A, S minus B, S minus E. Now according to that diagram the hero's formula will become S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus E. Putting the values, taking the square root, the area of the triangle ABC become 80.115, 80.115 centimeters square. Now is a turn of the other triangle, which is ACD, and in this triangle which sides included? C, D and E. What will be the S? C plus D plus E by 2. Instead of A and B, we write there C and D because in the question C and D is given. Okay. So after finding S, you calculate S minus D, S minus C, S minus E. We put the formula which is S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. But instead of A and B, we write there D and C. So the formula will become according to your question S into S minus D, S minus C, S minus E. Putting the values, taking the square root, we see that the area of the triangle ACD becomes 252.817 centimeters square. We calculate the area of both the triangles. Now is the turn of the last step in which you add the areas of these two triangles for the area of the quadrilateral. After adding, the area become 232.932 centimeters square. This is the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. You cannot write here the sign of this because this is the sign of the triangular area. Only you will write here area of the quadrilateral. Here we finish 9.2. Now come to your homework. Exercise 9.1. Although I told you during the exercise that which questions are your homework. Question number 4, question number 6 of 9.1, question number 7, two parts, 1 and 3, and question 8, only one part, which is part 4. This is your homework. You will do it, and so if you can't understand, you can ask me and the formula or the procedure, but you know that in all the questions, the formula Pythagoras theorem will be same, no change in the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to b square plus perpendicular square. This is the most important exercise 9.1 of this chapter. Okay students, Allah Hafiz. Inshallah we will meet soon.